Hey guys, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Here we go. Okay, James Gunn. Him and Peter Safran are now the heads of the DC film universe.
Thank God.
A lot of stuff's happened. He's going in there and he's cleaning house. Patty Jenkins, director of Wonder Woman, is out.
She got pissed too. She left him a message too.
She's upset. We'll get to that now. Jason Momoa out as Aquaman. Michael Keaton's Batman scrapped. And one more, Superman Henry Cavill. Even though him and James Gunn are still good friends, he's out as
no, he's not.
Now again,
he never said he was out. He's not out. And James Gunn definitely said Superman needs to be really relevant.
Oh, absolutely.
You need to have Superman.
Superman's
you can't
a
do
monster
this
character. Yeah,
6 years, 5 years without Superman. It just doesn't make sense.
No, you gotta have Superman.
Superman's DC. Him and Batman are DC.
Okay, so overall, Tony, what are your thoughts on James Gunn basically telling Patty Jenkins that, hey, look, you're no longer going to be directing and writing Wonder Woman?
I think she walked off, or she just said, I quit.
Fuck!
Or something like that, because
he scrapped Wonder Woman 3. So that's basically like a, hey.
Yeah. I don't know. I think her head got too big. So she can do whatever she wanted. Look at my scripts. Right.
What do you think about Wonder Woman 2?
Wonder Woman 2 was terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. What
top
are we doing
to bottom.
Compared to part one, it was just like, just felt like a cheapy 80s movie. She got the feel for the 80s, but it was just a stupid movie.
Right. No, I was sleeping. I was in a deep sleep when I was watching this movie.
No, it was a terrible movie. I saw it once and I said, I'm never going to see it again.
Yeah. So she kind of fell into the whole trap of, let me talk about the political and the socio-political ideology over being true to the story.
Part one was a good movie.
Part one, I think it was good.
But it was a part of the movie.
It was a smaller part of the movie, and I don't think that part one, if what I remember, I'll never watch those movies again, but from what I remember, part one was more about Wonder Woman and the story and the character and the action scenes and the entertainment. Yeah. Not so much about the stuff we can't stand on this channel. Right? We're not going to get into it again.
But yeah, part two is just bad. I guess I mean I'm speculating here, but I can only assume that James Gunn was like, we ain't doing this shit. Well, and she got hot and she wrote up that you guys should put character arcs in front of everything, or character development in front of everything. That should become first. Patty Jenkins and
right.
And I'm sure James Gunn then wrote a tweet like, some of the things you're hearing are true, some of the things you're hearing are false, some things I'm hearing I never even heard of. Like, what the fuck's going on? Yeah. I mean, he's probably like, bro, what is this lady talking about? I mean, I just want to do good, great, entertaining movies. That's it.
What has me so excited about James Gunn is that he's coming in with a vision, him and Peter Safran, and it's exciting because James Gunn, as we know, did the latest Suicide Squad, which was great. It was bloody entertainment,
But you got to remember this too, right? James Gunn has never had the opportunity to deal with great superheroes, A tiers. I mean, he literally made Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a big fan of comics. I didn't know who the fuck they were.
I can remember walking into Guardians of the Galaxy 1 saying, I don't want to watch this movie. And then leaving and saying,
one of the best movies Marvel's ever made.
It's one of the best movies, comic book movies ever made. So for characters I never even heard of. I'm not a comic book guy.
Yeah, and I am. And I don't really care for them. I never cared for them growing up. You just don't,
Yeah, they're not the most popular.
It's always the X-Men, the Spider-Man. It's always those.
Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, right.
Right. And then you got those bunch of nobodies and turned them into one of the biggest and greatest characters in the world. People love them. Right. Everyone knows them now. From Groot to Rocket to, I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing? So now all of a sudden you give them Suicide Squad, another bunch of nobodies, C-tier characters.
C-tier character, right.
And then the movie's kind of silly too with the giant starfish. But I mean, God, you have a walking shark. You know what I mean? Like, how seriously you take this fucking movie?
I liked Suicide Squad. I liked the last one. And not only that, right? I'm excited to see what he does along with Todd Phillips, which is the director of The Last Joker, along with Matt Reeves, which is the director of The Last Batman.
Yeah. Now you give him the keys to those movies.
You're giving him the keys to those movies, which those two movies are great. The Batman was really good. I don't think it's as good as the Nolans, but
the Batman might not even have a part two. I mean, the buzz is already...
And not only that, just for the record, Batman is my favorite of all the comic book characters. So you give him those two movies. You got to give him Superman, right? And now you start to see he's going to build a really good universe. I don't want it to be all dark movies like that, like Joker and Batman, But
yeah, it ain't gonna be.
I like the fact that they're going more towards story, towards giving a real identity to the whole DC universe. And I'm not saying there can't be comedy and stuff like that. Of course there can be, but we don't. As long as we don't have, like we've said it 100 times, the socio-political BS in the movie so thrown in our face all the time. I'm happy.
Well,
I think he's gonna. I think
look how he handles it, though,
wait,
right?
He's gonna really, really give DC a chance to overtake Marvel as the premier comic book company.
But look how he handles it when he did Peacemaker. He'll throw it all in there, but it's not just going to be thrown in there because we need to put it in there. It's thrown in there, and it's a part of the main story.
Well, it's not thrown in your face. It's not like
it's a part of
hey,
the story.
Look, we're talking about this issue because
it's
we're
all
gonna
in
make
there.
you feel bad and tell you that you suck. And exactly, it's just
It's a
just
part
in
of the
there.
story, or it'll be
Slowly.
a comic relief, and he does it very well. He does it very well. He just tells good stories, and he has good writing, and he knows how to do good humor. I mean, you can't just it's got to be. You can't just throw it in there and it's not funny. Like what Black Panther did with no one in the theater laughed. What was
Yeah.
the stupid joke? The colonizer. No one in the theater laughed.
Colonizer,
Everyone looked at
yeah.
each other. What the
But
fuck is going on here?
We can go to all the Marvel movies and we can see it example after example. We could literally make an entire video of all the cringe, socio-political stuff, especially on the Marvel side. But another thing, not only do you give them the keys now to those already Joker, Batman, Superman with Zack Snyder, you give them that, right? Then you have the meeting that everybody saw where he was having lunch with Steven Spielberg and Christopher Nolan. For those that don't know, Steven Spielberg and Christopher Nolan is like saying LeBron James and Michael Jordan for basketball. Like, for them to join DC, I can almost guarantee
Do you think
that
it's
they
really
will
gonna happen?
overtake Marvel. What?
Do you think it's really going to happen? That Steven Spielberg is going to get
But
involved?
look, I don't think that filmmakers like Quentin Tarantino came out recently, Martin Scorsese a few years ago.
She's been ripping him up.
Just ripping
Yeah,
up the
he's
comic
really-
book. I don't think that they're anti-comic book films. I just think that the manner in which, the mouse wants them to do the movies is not the way. It's just not. It's not the right way to do art. You got to let the not only those big filmmakers, but the costume designer, everybody on down, right? You can't just make people have this socio-political message the entire movie and think that people are going to like it. So I think that the tide is turning. I think it's going to be led by James Gunn and Peter Safran, and they're going to profit massively from it. And we're going to see those billion and billions and billions because they're getting back to the core of filmmaking like Top Gun Maverick did, like Avatar is doing, which I'm sure Avatar is going to have the messages and stuff like
Yeah, but
that.
Avatar's always
but it'll be done correctly within the context of the story. It won't be thrown in your face. And
never bet against James Gunn.
and I'm excited to see what's going to happen, what James Gunn is going to bring to the movies.
But did Peter Safran and James Gunn?
Wait. Well, what do you think about them? Now this has not been confirmed, but possibilities of maybe not having Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, which I don't think that's going to happen. But what do you think?
No,
Should they keep
why
him?
would they do that?
Well, because the first movie of Black Adam, The Rock tweeted out,
It's gonna not bomb. He said it's gonna make a little
yeah,
bit,
it's going to make some
40
money.
million or
Yeah,
whatever.
which is
Let's
good.
break even.
I think that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is Black Adam. I think that they need to keep him. He also made a good point. The first Captain America only made like 350
That's right.
million.
He did say that.
So I think that James Gunn should keep, and especially the fact that the Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the biggest movie star in the world.
Like we said in the previous part of will it succeed? Will there be a part 2? I don't think he can do a solo movie because Black Adam is not popular enough. He's just not. And it's not like Marvel where you could watch Guardians because it came after the Avengers movie. So like anything Marvel was making, you say, oh, I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
But Black Adam first, the movie was decent, and then you had the critics bombing it.
Well, that's a whole other
You had
conversation.
and that hurts because you had critics out there that are professionals that affect your rating, giving it a 0 out of 100.
Yeah.
A 0.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So-
That's obviously there's a clear bias there. So you don't.
and they're you have that happening. So the movie had a lot of things going against it. And like if I asked my oldest brother, hey, you're gonna go watch a Black Adam movie, he told me I cannot picture The Rock flying around. So he doesn't know who Black Adam is. He's like, I'm not gonna picture The Rock flying around town.
Well, if there's a criticism to Black Adam, is that it definitely doesn't have the story and the character development.
No, but I'm just saying for the
that
average.
the Marvel movies had.
I'm just saying for the viewers.
Yeah,
like,
but-
hey, look, are you gonna go? Like, if I asked my brother, hey, you're gonna go watch Black Adam? He says, the fuck is that? I'm not gonna go watch. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a movie with The Rock. He's a superhero. It's badass. And he says, no, I cannot picture The Rock flying around because he doesn't know who Black Adam is.
Okay,
so that's
but-
already one person. I'm sure a lot think like when they think of The Rock, they think of Walking Tall. They think of, some of those more serious gridiron games. Some of those movies he's done where he just fits that role, and you're like,
So I think that the next movie that Black Adam is featured with The Rock, it should be more of a toned down, something where it's more story driven.
it's just gonna be. Look, they're not gonna give him a standalone anymore. It's just gonna be like, look, Black Adam
gotta
is in.
build
He's in the
gotta build
Superman
him up.
movie. Black Adam is in the Superman movie. Black Adam's
And then
in Justice League. Black Adam's in.
eventually they'll give him a stand.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen there because I mean the movie is it's not doing well, which is terrible. The movie was great.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch it on HBO Max.
Yeah. All right, guys. Like, subscribe, comment down below. What do you think about the future of DC now that James Gunn and Peter Safran are at the helm? And let us know what you think. Are you excited that maybe Nolan and Spielberg might join the DC universe, which would be crazy? But
Even his TV shows, like Rated R, coming on HBO Max.
oh yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. So
Peacemaker, what else he could? Peacemaker's nobody. That's a nobody comic book character.
and he made it a great show. The
Can you
simple as that.
imagine if you gave him more like Nightwing and who knows what he could come up with? God, man.
Yeah. So guys, like, subscribe, and let us know what you think about James Gunn and Peter Safran at the helm in DC. All right, guys, we're out of here.